What's up, gang? Justin Smoody with Mountain Home Investments here in Asheville, North Carolina. Hit the thumbs up if you would, please. I just want to touch base on a couple little things real quick. It's Tuesday, day after Memorial Day, so it's the beginning of the week for most people. If you're just getting into this wholesale thing, know out the gate it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of research. It's a lot of interneting. It's a lot of video watching. It's a lot of driving. It's a lot of phone calling. It's a lot of asking questions. It's a lot of work. So try to stay organized. It's hard because there's so much stuff that you have to learn and absorb and execute. Key word being execute in every one of these videos. But make a list of what you need to get done and start knocking that shit out. Your list should look something like this. Your list shouldn't be find properties, then find a buyer and all this scattered shit. Your list should be put out some posts, try to obtain some cash buyers that can close in 30 days. I put a post on an app called Nextdoor. It's kind of like a mixture between IG and Facebook for your local area, like a 10-mile radius. I put an ad on there with a fake house saying, I got a house I need to sell quick. It needs a little bit of rehab. Some fake stuff, 3-2, great area, blah, blah, blah. Looking for cash buyers, serious cash buyers that can close in 30 days or less. I got 5 for real deal cash buyers off that post. That was my first thing I did. And so when I did come across a property, I flipped it 2 days. No problem. Got to get your buyers. So make your list. Find cash buyers. Okay? Go to the auction. Go to the foreclosure auctions. You see somebody bidding on shit, that's a cash buyer. Get to know them. Get their number. Find out what they want, what they're looking for, whether they're buying to fix and flip, whether they're buying to rent and hold, whether they're whatever. Okay? Whether they're developers. You want to have some developer buyers too, because you might come across a property like I got that's got a bunch of land and a shitty house. So get your buyers, top priority on the list. Second priority, find out how you're going to find these houses. All right, there's a lot of ways. You're going to need some lists. I mean, you can drive for dollars till the end of time, and that's very effective. But if you want to be moving a lot of shit, then a lot of properties, then you need more ways than one. Order some bandit signs. That should be in the top 3 or 5 of your list. Order some bandit signs. Build a Facebook page. Get an account with REI Pro. Or buy some lists on ListSource. You want to look for pre-foreclosures, vacants. You can also find cash buyers that way. So look up lists for people who bought homes with no mortgage in the last 90 days to 6 months in that area that you're trying to wholesale in. You can also get cash buyers in. Print out the list, pay for the list, print out the list, and start calling those people. Find out if they just bought one house. You can usually find out if they bought more than one property. But find out if they're a real deal cash buyer, what they look for, what they're trying to do with it, and then put them in your list so you can hit them with email drips when you get properties. All right? So, finding cash buyers, priority 1. Facebook page, so they know that you're a real business. All right? Bandit signs, got to get them. They might not work in your area, but it's $100. Try them out. They might be killers. Some people are killing it with bandit signs. Some people don't get anything off of bandit signs. Just depends on your market. Driving for dollars. I do that everywhere I go. I'm looking. So, find buyers. Get a list source or REI Pro or somewhere where you can find vacant properties, pre-foreclosed. You can get lists of all these things. Then you get the list. Then you skip trace it using REI Skip. Deal Machine's a cool app. You can skip trace individual people. Intellus is kind of like White Pages, but better. It's about 80 to 85% accurate as far as finding phone numbers for people individually. Let me think. What else? Website. That's not really important right out the gate. You can put that down at number 8 or 10. So you need buyers. Then you need to find out how to find more buyers. And then you need to find out how to find properties. Driving for dollars, lists, You can compare the lists, go over the lists, cross-reference all the lists, and anybody that's on the same lists, multiple lists, that's your real motivated sellers. Skip trace the list, find the phone numbers, call everybody. You can mail if you want. You don't have to be a mailer right out the gate. You can try calling first. All right? Mail's expensive. You might not get any returns off of it. Some people kill it with mail. Some people don't. So it just depends. Every place is different. What else? Get your list, get your buyers. Search on Zillow, Redfin, Trulia. This is where you can get your average for your comps also between those 3 sites. Don't ever trust one of them. Go with all of them and then average it out. Find for sale by owners. Call them up. Tell them they obviously probably don't want a realtor. They don't want to pay a realtor. So this situation for a wholesaler is perfect if they're willing to bargain, because they don't want to pay a realtor, and wholesalers don't get paid by the seller. Explain that shit to them. Get your contracts, man. Make an appointment with the title company. All this is in your top 5. Make an appointment with the title company. Don't fucking mention double closing. That's schemy shit. You're trying to hide something with a double close. The only reason, I'm going to put this in a separate video too, but the only reason why you should be double closing is because whoever's buying or whoever's selling the house doesn't want the buyer or seller to know who it is. For instance, until it's all done. For instance, let's say your mama's having a hard time. She got to sell her house because she can't pay for it, all right? Your uncle buys the house without her knowing. That's something you would use a double close for. If you make $50,000 or more in an assignment cost, which is rare, then you could double close. But don't go to a title company talk about, do you do double closings? Thinking that that's what you got to do all the time. You don't. All that's going to do is piss off the title company, okay? They don't want to work with shady fucking people. So don't be shady and don't lie. If you're not lying to people, there should be no reason for a double close. Any investor is okay with giving you a $100,000 profit if they're getting a good deal, all right? If you're giving them a good deal, that's all that matters. They're going to find out how much you make eventually. So just be honest with people. I can't stress this enough. Make an appointment with the title company. Tell them what you're doing. Have them review your contracts. Find some contracts. I've got contracts. Everybody needs good contracts. Have them review your contracts before you even get a deal. Make a little 15-minute appointment. They'll tell you to change whatever. You change it. Ask them, can we make sure that the owner and the seller don't end up in the same room? Like this basic shit, all right? So you don't end up looking stupid. But if you're not lying to people, it don't matter if they're in the same room. But if you're lying to motherfuckers and acting like you're buying the house, but then you're secretly selling to somebody else, then yeah, it's gonna be awkward as shit. So tell them that, you're an investor. Your sellers, tell them you're an investor. You work with a lot of investors. You're the footman. You go out, you save them money and time and advertising. You bring the properties to them, and you either partner up with them, or they buy it, or you buy it, or whatever. You don't have to go all into fucking detail what you do. Just tell them that you're going to get their house. You're going to get them the money that's on the contract minus a little bit of excise tax. So get you some buyers. Get you some bandit signs. Get you a fake phone number, like a sideline or a Google Voice or something like that type of number, because you don't want people blowing up your cell phone. Make a Facebook page. Free. Easy. Get business cards if you want to. I don't have any yet. Call a title company. Got a cash buyer. Hit me up. Anyway. Call the title company, make a 15-minute appointment, take your contracts down there and make sure they're legit, tell them what you're doing, establish a relationship. You don't need a special title company. All title companies and closing lawyers do the same exact shit. They close real estate deals. If you go in there talking about double closing and all this other shit, they're not going to want to work with you. You got to be straight up. All right? Double closing, a very rare situation. Everybody's saying double close. All that is stupid. You're lying. That's why you need to double close. And it costs you money. You got to pay for that shit. Buyer don't pay for that. Buyer pays for one closing, not the closing where you hide all your lies. All right? Make an appointment with title company. Make sure your contracts are legit. Then get you some lists. All right? Start pulling lists. Start skip tracing the list. Start calling people. Start mailing if you're going to do that. Get your bandit signs out there. Don't hang them all up. Hang up like 50 or 25 per week. You know, hang them up high on the pole. Don't put them in the ground or they'll be gone. All right? Go to an auction. Start meeting buyers down there. Pull up your tax list of your county website. Skip trace all them people. If you want to do probate, it's very tedious. You can do that. That's a whole nother process. But that's your basics, man. That's your, like, make a list of shit that you need to do first. You don't need to find a property first. That's almost like last, really. So, good luck, man. Thumbs my shit up. Stay tuned.